Sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. This week, I was the bug, and I got totally splattered. Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba. It's season 3, episode 116, and guys, we back for another week of fantasy football. And guys, sometimes you're the bug and sometimes you're the windshield. This week, I was the bug and I got totally splattered. And there goes my 6-game losing streak. Poof, it's gone. And the win streak is over. I was a little sad, not because the win streak was over, because I know at some point I was going to lose another game and I can't win every game. It was more about who I lost to. This guy is my arch rival and nemesis. If I beat no one else in the league the entire year, he has to be the guy that I got to beat. And this year, he's had my number. This is the second straight time he's beat me this year. Hopefully, I'll get another crack at him in the playoffs. And I would want it to be the championship game. So hopefully I see him in the playoffs. I think I've pretty much solidified my playoff spot. I just don't know exactly where I'll be as far as seedings. I think right now the highest seed I could get is number 4, which in hindsight, it doesn't do me any good to get to 4 because I still play the same guy. So we got 2 games left, and I just want to be able to go into the playoffs looking good and being strong. So with that said, let's jump into these waiver wire pickups this week. So guys, by this time of the year, the waiver wire pickups are going to be really, really slim. You got to just go out there and either fill a need or use your speculation and think that someone's going to be able to turn it on in the playoffs. So at quarterback, I actually have a need, and this is my league specific, and these are guys that I got to go out and get. I'm actually going out. I'm going to pick up 2 quarterbacks if I can this week. First guy is CJ Stroud with the Houston Texans. I actually had him, and I had to drop him when he got concussed, because that week he got concussed, my other quarterback was on bye, or maybe it was Jaden Daniel, he got hurt. In any event, I didn't have a quarterback at all. I think that's when I went out and picked up Joe Flacco. So this week I'm going to go back out and see if I can get CJ Stroud. There are a couple of guys in my league that need quarterbacks as well. Hopefully they don't go out and pick up a quarterback. Hopefully they feel they're good enough. I mean, CJ, he hasn't had a bang-up year, but he's been okay. He's been spotty. So he's going to be my first pickup, one of my pickups. The next guy is Sam Darnold. I think I actually had Sam at the beginning of the year as well, but I was feeling needs, and my quarterback position at the time was pretty good because I had Jaden Daniel. I think Sam Darnold was one of the first guys that I actually dropped. So I got to go back out there and try to get him. Somebody actually had picked him up. I think it was George Pickens, going deep. And I have no idea why he dropped him, but when I saw he was in the waiver wire, I had to go in and put a bid on him. So hopefully no one outbids me this week and I'm able to pick him up. I should be able to get at least one of the 2 quarterbacks. And my strategy going forward will be to just kind of go with whoever has the hot hand. I think Joe Burrow's coming back this week. I hope he is. And if he comes back, I'll be a little bit more relieved, even if I don't get both of these guys. So keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. Next up is the running back position. Chris Rodriguez with the Washington Commanders would be a guy that I would maybe go out and try to get. He's still available in a lot of leagues, and he had a season high in carries in his last game. And I think the luster has kind of subsided with Bill Krosky-Merritt. His playing time has been decreasing, while Rodriguez, he's been getting more playing time over these past few weeks. I still don't feel like this is a sexy pick, but like I say, you just feeling needs at this point. And they play Denver next week, which you probably don't want to play him against that team, but you're looking for playoff matchups. And the next week they have, I think, Minnesota, which would be a better matchup for him. The next guy up is Dylan Sampson. And seems like Judkins couldn't stay out of the blue tent last week. He was hurt, but I think it would be a shot in the dark at this point to think that he's not going to play this week. But sometimes you just got to take a chance on guys, especially if no one is going to be after them that week. The last thing you want to do is wait until somebody gets hurt, and then when everybody's clamoring for that same player. Next up is Jaden Higgins. He's been on my list a couple of times, and I've given him out a couple of weeks. And this year, this rookie has gotten better and better each week. He had a season high last week with 9 targets, and over the last 5 games, he's caught 3 touchdowns. So he's turning into a nice complement for Nico Collins. This week, they're going to get C.J. Stroud back on the center. And really and truly, players that I'm kind of naming right now are players that you want to be looking ahead to the playoffs. So I would be looking ahead to weeks 15 and 16. I think he's going to have some decent matchups. They play Arizona and Las Vegas. Next guy up is Luther Burden. And this rookie has also been getting more playing time. Like I say, these are the kind of players you want to target right before the playoffs, because all it takes is for 1 or 2 games for them to get hot. And next thing you know, you're the fantasy champ. At tight end, Brenton Strange, if he's available, he may really be a good pickup, guys. He returned to the lineup this weekend, and he made his presence known. I don't think it's no coincidence that this was Trevor Lawrence's best game since week 5. And guess what? Brenton Strange last game that he played was in week 5. So I think there's a little something there for that. And as always, I stream my defenses. I actually think I'm going to just ride with what I have because, like I say, I can't better my position. And I kind of don't care what happens with the rest of the season, being that I can't win my division and I can't better my playoff positioning to play who I would like to play or whoever I want to play in the playoffs. But if you need a defense, the Los Angeles Chargers, I would definitely go out and scoop them this week. They play the Raiders, who ranked 30th in yards, and they're also tied for last in scoring at 15 points a game. They fired their OC last week, Chip Kelly, but honestly speaking, I don't think getting a different play caller is going to help at all. But we'll see. Next up is the Jacksonville Jaguars. And guys, as bad as the Raiders are, the Titans are worse. They're last in total offense and tied for 10th most turnovers. So that's not a good recipe because the Jags, they ranked 2nd in the league with 13 interceptions. Last week, they had a field day on Jacoby Brissett with 6 sacks. And the Titans, they're giving up the league high in sacks. They have 45. The Jags, they're first in run defense. So with all of these combinations, that means Cam's probably going to have to throw the ball a lot in this game. And that equals not good. So the Chargers or Jacksonville Jaguars should be can't-miss pickups for defense this week. And guys, these are my waiver wire pickups. If you found a couple of gems, do me a favor. Spike that like, comment, subscribe, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.